Oh, nice. What is Dubai?
Doomba, it's a really good ale which our local pub has on tap in Glasgow, which is great.
Oh, nice. No, I can't
But
say
it's classed at home, you know.
I'm really an ale man. I'm more of a whiskey kind of guy.
Whiskey.
Whiskies.
Oh, fair enough. What kind of whiskies do you like?
I quite like making liqueurs at the moment with like a bit of lemonade, but I quite like my Jack Daniels as well, especially like Tennessee Honey. I quite my sweet liqueur kind of whiskies. Nothing
Oh,
too
okay.
strong. Yeah, you're like, oh, that's
I
crap.
was gonna get all Scottish on you with like
Yeah,
Highland Park
yeah.
or
What about the
Tomatal,
25-year-old whiskies? What about
Palace
that?
Hill, or
No, so it
Bars.
looks like I believe it's final are on the blue side. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So finals on the blue side, and JFK is on the red. So it looks like they're going for the Gragas, the Alistair, and the Rumble. So three really strong, some really strong champions there. Really tanky and
Well,
bruisey.
strong team fighters. Rumble isn't necessarily the strongest
Oh no, totally agree.
team fighter. Currently, the best counter to Rise I've seen is potentially Cho'Gath.
Hmm.
Really nice kind of AoE silence. You just basically want to interrupt his chain abilities when he ultimates and gets his passive on. It's just ridiculous the amount of damage that he does.
Have you been able to play any League of Legends lately?
I played a little bit this week actually. I played a little bit ranked.
Nice, nice.
Did my gold 5 promos and got into silver 4. Now at 86 points in silver gold 4. Sorry, so making progress. I'm just doing it really well chilled out actually. I was almost tempted to dive that account and just get into like bronze just for some fun games, and then actually ended up winning on a bunch of the streak. So I was like, okay.
Oh right, yeah.
Without
So
actually
that's what they
properly
say,
diving
isn't
the
it?
account.
Once you stop caring, you tend to do well. But then,
Yeah.
like every time you lose a game, you keep checking your LP, and then it's just
I'm
gonna get
loving
worse.
this new um, talisman of ascension on sports.
Yeah. Well,
It
it's
is
got upgraded,
so
didn't it? It got
strong.
buffed.
Like if you upgrade it, you get 10 HP back for every single mob that gets killed around you.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man.
So every
Do you
single
not think
wave
it's a little
you're
bit too
getting 50
strong?
HP back. You can trade 2 auto attacks. You get natural regen and that passive. You can take 2 auto attacks, trade per wave, and heal that back up. Being a squishy support and you just auto attack the AD carry means that you can just sort of like deny so a lot more CS than you used to be able to
Just watching
with that item.
just watching Unicorns on Love versus H2K at the moment, final game of the day.
Yeah, I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I'm still in
H2K are doing so strong now, though.
I
Crazy
know.
strong H2K at the moment. I've got them in my fantasy league, so it's
I'm
going
loving
down.
this Lux on zero ability power. Zero ability power is a really good strong farmer.
Yeah, Aaron.
Are we properly recording now? By the way, are we like live?
Oh yeah, we're recording now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this Lux is he's a really strong farmer and great nuke potential. Potentially just getting that light binding and then following up with the E and the ult, like massive damage. Very AP heavy team with Lucian. Lucian's really good for that early game damage. Going to be
Mhm.
interesting to see if he can just abuse that lane and that strong point over there. Yeah, great that we're able to get this even though the spectator mode is down. We are
Well, it's
live
kind of going to
from the
be a little bit
stadium at the moment.
awkward, but we're going to try and bear with it as much as we can. I'm sure me and you are professional and can sort this out as
Yes,
best as we
we are
can.
highly professional. Will we have
Highly
got this
professional.
down to a
But
T
on the
at this
plus
point?
side, we have got Harv, who is the jungler, so we're going to have a good roam of the map instead of just focusing down on one lane. So
Newbie Killer is apparently subbing in for JFK was not in hero range. He is not their usual top laner, although he is the
ooh.
sub for their team. Newbie Killer can be a bit temperamental. He can get caught out quite a bit, but as we've seen from Huni in the potential last few LCS matches, you can still be behind on a rise
I
and
thought you were having a dig at that because he's got his
win
skin.
the game. I know, yeah. Like I mean, Newbie loves his rise. Rise is going to be a
Yeah.
really interesting point of contention. I think potentially getting Rumble, who does actually need to be fairly short range, maybe not the best call versus the Rise. If Rise can rush
Get
that
going, yeah.
Rod of the Ages and the tier, get that stack in nice and quickly. gonna really be looking for this offensive Gragas to try and exploit the Amumu's weakness in the early game. Obviously, he's got to get that curse of the mummy to get that level 6 ultimate, really get that lockdown going after he lands that bandage toss. Going to be interesting to spectate from the side, actually, having realised it, because we don't get full view of the match. We only get to see it from the side of final five. So that will actually be quite interesting. It means that we can't really comment on a lot of the as a pause comes into effect here, but we need pause 5 minute. Okay.
Well, it gives me a chance to say hello and welcome to another game of the Classic Face. Unfortunately, yes, spectate mode is down at the moment, so we are having to bear with what we have at the moment. But this is going to be a very good game, hopefully. Unfortunately, we can't actually see the other team, that is JFK, so we actually won't know what they'll be doing. So we're going to concentrate fully on to the final 5-head. But it should be a really good game, and it should be interesting to try and to cast onto this. It's a new challenge for you, Angus.
By the Gragas suddenly appearing on the map, being like, "Oh my God, he's on top! It's happening! It's all going down." But yeah, gonna be looking for this heavy impact on this Gragas early, potentially trying to shut down this rise. Really need to stop him from scaling, trying to hit that power point. You can really get powerful by that kind of 25-minute mark if you can just reduce that down to about 32 minutes. You've got a good window there where you could potentially make some plays with that scaling mid laner as well, trying to look for those shockwaves. Going to be very impactful. Great counter to Rumble is the fact that his power spike only really comes after about 2.5k gold, so going to be looking for him to just get that double penetration item and start to look some cross map plays. Does mean that there is potentially a time limit on this game. I would say Kallista's probably quite a good AD carry to play into Rise, potentially with that mobility, just to break up that chain spells that the Rise can really put out with his ultimate now. Don't know how much gameplay you've seen of him, but when he starts to scale up and gets just a bit of a lead or whatever, he can really just annihilate people.
Well, Rise used to be very, very strong, but then he dropped off. But now he's rising to power. Would you say? No puns intended.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how.
Do you think?
How that plays out.
Do you think JFK are gonna keep pausing every 5 minutes and then have a look at the Twitch and be like, right, they're there and they're there, right, okay, brilliant, right, we got a plan set up now.
Well, I mean, hopefully no one's ghosting for this, but that's fine. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Can't actually now look who the other team are playing. It's Lucian in the bot lane versus the Callista. It's probably quite exciting bot lane. Both bot laners have a lot of mobility. Gragas is going to be good also with this Alistair. Alistair Callista's a really strong combo. Being able to just give that gap close to the Alistair with a Fade School, enabling team to save that headbutt and create a nice chain CC and headbutt the other player. Bit of a Lee Sin tactic there with the Alistair. Will be good to see if that gets played off. Disappointed to not see a Bard in the game. I'm loving a bit of Bard at the moment. But
I don't know. I still don't rate him as a support, but I mean, I'm not really a support player, and a lot of people would disagree with me. But I just find, especially as a jungler, he's really, really easy to kill if you can get on him, because he just doesn't have that much kind of system.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what I find, to be honest. I mean, okay, yeah, if he's really good, strong, yeah, you'd be able to get the stuns off, and
you phased out of the chat there a little bit. Will you weren't very consistent.
Damn, my TeamSpeak. I do need to buy a headset. I probably should have bought one on holiday, but unfortunately I didn't. But hopefully it'll be alright. It seems to do well when it's recording, and maybe it's just the kind of TeamSpeak that's lagging out a little bit. But we should go on, and the pause is still out, so we're still waiting.
In terms of the Gragas start here, he's got one AP here. I'm not quite sure why Gragas has only got 1 AP. Maybe he's running a scaling glyphs I can only really imagine for
Maybe.
AP. Maybe just a bit shy on that MR at the start. But heading into Lux on a rise, you really do need that MR to come into play. Going to be looking for this Oriana to build this theme on Holy Grail. Really need to start stacking that MR fairly quickly. There's going to be an unpause pretty soon. We're going to be coming back into the game here. So yeah, looking forward to them just getting into lane, getting started here. This is going to be great. Okay. Fairly slow start, just fairly chilled out, just going to their lanes at the moment. No idea what the red side is doing at this point. They could be doing anything. They could be 5-man invading. It's gonna be all sorts of bag of tricks here. Yeah, Lucian shows himself bottom. Very timid ward there, but that'll just give them a bit of vision on that side, just to mean that they can't invade from that bot side. Going to see if Oriana can get an offensive ward, but she just seems to be content with chilling out on her side of the river. Yeah, not too much to say. Can't really see the red side. Rumble's going a little bit offensive in the top. We're going to maybe see if he can find his lane opponent, newbie killer, on that rise. Yeah, going to be interesting to see whether or not the Briars can get up there, show some pressure. Obviously, Rumble also with that flame spitter does generally tend to AoE wave clear, so generally does push up on the rise. It might be slightly difficult to gank him. Rumble's got to really watch his lane and just how he controls that minion wave to potentially shut him down. Rise is fairly good at last hitting under the tower, so it should be difficult for him to control that wave. As Oriana's just looking to just show some domination mid lane there. In terms of the Lux of the Oriana, it's a bit of an even matchup. They are both very utility based mid laners. Both also having that shield means that they can be fairly trade heavy and still come out with fairly high levels of HP in that mid lane as they go into the bot lane here. It's also going to be very difficult to commentate on this match, as I realise that we are watching the junglers stream, and so we cannot see any lanes at this point, and I cannot move around the map at all. Will, do you have anything to add to the start of this match? Will?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having a bit of difficulty at the moment. I don't know how your stream's looking, but it constantly keeps coming up loading video for me, so
Oh, okay. Clearly, I've got the better connection here then in Glasgow
yeah, you must
City.
have.
Oriana does seem to have pushed in this this mid wave here, which is fairly interesting. Obviously, Lux has got this nice auto attack bonus. I like the fact that they buff Lux. Lux used to be my main mid laner in season 3. Great that they buffed her passive with a bit more thing, bit of a flick to the lane, bit of damage traded onto this cushion in the bot lane there. Kalista showing a bit of advantage. Couldn't really get a great look at the CS, but as previously stated, this Rumble's just going to be pushing up with that flame spitter versus the rise. Going to be very difficult to gank him. Rumble really needs to just
Okay, and I'm back. Apologise for that.
CS potentially at the start. That's fine.
I've just seen Graves take blue, Graggers take blue, so yeah, I'm back on now.
Yeah.
A little bit weird.
I think you're with me. He's now going to the Wolves here, and yeah, all lanes for Final 5 currently pushed out. As we said, this should be a fairly competitive match between these two sides. Both have pretty good teams, as I said. Rise is their kind of temporary player in this top lane.
I think he might be their top laner now, though.
Oh, is Newbie now?
I think so. I think he's their main roster now, top laner.
Okay.
I mean, he had a fantastic game
fine.
in their friendly against Careless Whisper, where he was actually getting dominated in the top. He was losing quite hard, but he managed to help his team out nevertheless and bring their team back up to par. And he did some really good ultimates on the Rumble, I believe he was playing last time he played.
I mean, he was already taken out awards, so it's going to be really difficult for this Rumble to push in with Flame Spitter now. Scrags is looking to the mid lane. Lux is already out of mana. Gets that body slam off, gets that stun. just that kind of utility mid laner with that Luxie and shield coming up both ways. It is so good, especially in a team fight, if you can get that across all of your team members. Really effective, and yeah, just surviving that gank nicely. I would not be surprised if Amumu pays a bit of attention top. Obviously, they're looking to snowball this Rise, and Gragas is potentially looked to shut down this Rise, but Rumble's not really offering up a window to do that. Kalista seems to be bullying this Lucian a little bit in the bot lane. It's going to be difficult, but to commentate on a lot of the lanes here, as we are just looking at this jungler just slowly making their way, but a gank in the bot lane, Amumu's coming in. Will.
Yeah, sorry, I'm literally have like no vision of the game right now. This isn't good. Your commentating's really good on it.
I don't think anyone lie this bot lane at the moment. It's going to be trading damage back and forth. Good that the Gragas managed to slowly kind of counteract that Alistar. Great, just to avoid that lane, and unless you can properly flank the Alistar, you should be able to keep this Kalista fairly safe. Kalista with a high bit of mobility, even at the start of the game, already got that pink ward down in that jungle as Gragas is just walking over to that mid laner just to cover it, as we see that the Orianna, which is bought something, it happened so quickly I couldn't see what she bought. It's going to be very difficult to comment on the screen. Game will, especially when you seem to be having some.
I've just moved into the front room, so hopefully the internet should be a lot better now.
You sound better, Will.
I've literally just like turned all the quality down, so at the end of the day, as long as we get like a good footage of the game and we get the MVP and stuff. Unfortunately, spectator mode is down, and it is a pain in the ass, and it looks like the quality is a hell of a lot better now that I have moved into the front room, so we should be able to get on, and I really thank you, Angus, for bearing with me for that one.
And yeah, that's great. I mean, it's really difficult to commentate on this match because
yeah, we're doing really good. It's a good challenge for you, something different.
Can't really see the lanes because obviously we're just looking at this jungler. Currently, we've only seen a slightly failed gank in that mid lane by the Gragas. Amumu showed himself top lane, just taking out that ward. Also put a bit of pressure on that bot lane, just doing a lane gank there with Amumu. Really need him to just power farm to hit level 6. Potentially looking for the Gragas just to shut down this Rise and Lux, but just been ineffective.
So Angus, what just to confirm, what minute are you, well, what's exactly the minute and the second that you're on at the moment?
I can't see it because it says live over the time, so I have no idea.
Okay. Just explain exactly what's happening, just to make sure we are on the right page.
Gragas is currently taking the red buff, and the red buff's just gone past 1500 health.
Okay, so you're slightly a little bit ahead of me, so that's fine. It's not a problem. We'll keep it as that. So it's not a problem.
That's alright. It might mean that we actually don't coincide with us talking over each other. Very dark on this bot side of the map. Gragas potentially wants to be looking at this skull crabs either way, trying to get some dominance over this with very reliant on this Sentinel from the Kalista, as they seem to be backing at the moment. Orianna.
Yeah, Rumble did look like he dropped very, very low in the top lane.
Bomb heavy. Yeah, I mean, this Rise is really going to start powering up. He's at half health already. Potentially now, finally a point where Gragas can come into this top lane. Rumble's been pushing with that Splane Spitter all game. Gragas.
Wait, did Rumble just teleport there and he only managed to teleport with half HP? It looks that way. Oh, there we go. It looks like it's going to be a 2 versus 1. The ultimate goes down, pushes him back, but it looks like he's going to try and pick up the kill. A great equaliser coming out from the Rumble, and that's going to take him down. Really good gank coming from the Grags there.
Excellent Gragas ultimate there, pushing all the way back in. Rise, unfortunately, just a little bit so couldn't combo fully on this Rumble. The Mumu come stop.
Yeah, he does. I've just noticed that as well. And it looks like Lux is there as well. It looks like I don't think they're going to get out from this one. Rumble is definitely going to be took down, and there is the ultimate going to take him down. Can Gragas, that's going to be a flash and a body slam to try and get away. And I think he is going to get away. No, he isn't. A great double kill coming out from Lux there.
Yeah, zero ability Barra, as I said in the Champ Select, is a really strong laner, just managing to push out this Orianna, roaming mid. Vision is really poor from Final 5 at the moment, especially in this top match. Gragas seeing that opportunity to gank the gank the Rise as Rise finally manages to push in this Rumble, but paying for it with that double kill back onto this Lux. Great to see this final ability power, or zero ability power, actually getting that realm off. Orianna traded a little bit of damage in that mid lane, but double kill on your mid laner is really not worth that little bit of damage on that mid tower. It really needs to be roaming with that other mid laner, as Greg is potentially looking to come up and punish this Rise again. Blue buff has now spawned that second rotation of buffs coming up and will be contested. Dragon has not been touched.
Looks like he is going to gank the top as well.
Fairly heavy farm lane.
He's going to get behind him. I don't think he's managed to ward, but we can't tell if he's warded or not either way. So, and here he goes. Gragas ulti pushing him back. Great ulti, and the equalizer coming down. Oh, fantastic ultimate coming from the Gragas again. Really well played.
Yeah, Gragas is on point with his ultimates. Really just...
You know what, I didn't even realise he actually got him until you just seen this Rise flying from one bush to the other.
Yeah, that was a great little thing to watch. Obviously, we had full screen, we'd actually see him from one spot to the other. Great spot out there, and Gragas doing exactly what he needs to do to make sure his team stays competitive, making sure that he gives over the kill, and also just make sure that they shut down this Rise.
Who got who actually got the 2 kills over for the JFK? Who was it? Do you know? Oh, it was Lux. Of course, it was Lux. Yeah, double the kill at the top. Yeah, just making sure we know who's got the kills at the moment.
Means that Orianna just needs to, just obviously use this blue buff and just make sure she's pushing out the way. Lux is currently AFK and just roaming around the map as Nautilus looks to place a fence.
I was going to say then, how do you know she's away from keyboard? Oh yeah, I remembered. Yeah, because we can't see her. Yeah, I was just looking at her base, and I was just like, is she away from keyboard? How do you know? Yeah, there she is. She's in the mid. I keep forgetting that we're actually onto it. Yeah,
there would be a pause if it was.
Yeah, of course.
Gragas in the bot part of the map, looking to see if he can get a gank, but just ends up recalling because of it. Yeah, Amumu shows himself finally on the map. Say hello to the mummy as he suddenly fades from vision. This Orianna playing very backwards at the moment. He's looking to come down bot, maybe make a play for this dragon or bot lane. Going to be very difficult to gank this bot lane after level 6. Got the Fate Score to pull the Alistar out, and got the Alistar as a very good bodyguard for this Kalista.
And he spotted that ward as well, so Gragas is going to be coming into there looking for a gank. Not sure if he's going to be able to take anything down though. Interesting that the
Amumu's coming mid. Amumu's come mid. He's banished toss. He's landed onto this Orianna. Orianna's now running away.
There's also a fight in the bottom that I'm watching, and I guess you are as well. And it looks like a great time, but it looks like Norton is going to get away. He's so tanky right now. The ultimate pushing him down, but yeah, he is going to get away from there. And I don't think anything came out in the mid either. So I would say 2 failed ganks at the moment.
Good health pool as well, so she survived that gank fairly well, and quite a bold idea when they saw obviously Amumu bottom.
Yeah. Well, I think he's in that bush now. There he is.
Quite contentious. Curse to have Mummy coming out. Nautilus ult comes out as well. Doesn't really do much.
Yeah, you are quite a fair bit ahead of me at the moment, and Gragas is still chunking away. That's going to be a 3-for-0, sorry. And this looks like it could be an ace. No, Lucian flashes over, followed by the Rumble, and I think he's going to take him down for a double kill. And at the moment, that is a 4-for-0, I believe. I can't confirm on that, but I think that was a 4-for-0.
When I see action, Will, I'll be quiet, and then I'll...
No, I think you should. I actually think you should just take over, mate, because you seem to be like 5 seconds ahead of me at the moment, and at the moment I've got a really good connection, so I don't want to risk anything by refreshing. So if you want to take control of this, mate, and I'll jump in when I can.
Okay.
But it's up to you. I mean, if you do see action, I mean, I'm really happy to do that, but.
Anyway, Orianna's recalled, put a bit more pressure on this mid. I'm sure that mid tower is probably down to about half health, if not lower than that. Potentially a good roam if the bot lane can push.
Do you know what, Angus? That's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, if you do see the
If you do see the combat, just go quiet because I am actually recording. I just remembered that I'm recording mine, so it will be a bit weird if you like start casting the fights and something hasn't even happened yet.
Exactly.
No, but that's a really, really good idea, Angus. Yeah, that's a very, very good idea. Okay. So at the moment he's just taking the crab, so... Oh, interesting times.
In the bot lane here.
I'm still on the Krog. Grackis. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so the Nautilus is taking some damage there. But it looks like the Alistair was actually taken down, and for some reason I've gone back to the Krog. But it looks like Lucian is going to get took down there, and Fate's Call is going to come out, knock him down. Alistair's going to try and hit him back, I believe. I don't think he's going to get away. He's getting down low, and that's going to be a double kill over to Callista, so very well played there. Very well played for the Gragas as well to help us watch that fight.
Yeah, great pick off with that Fate's Call and the headbutt and the pulverize. So much CC coming out of that team there. Really good lockdown, focusing that AD carry and then the support. Great way to do it, and yeah, great that Gragas actually managed to get a few sights of that one as he was backing to lane. Has gone this Sightstone route, going to be looking to just exploit some vision and potentially use this bot lane as a
I think Alistair is going to get took down, yes he is, and yeah, so that's going to be a 1-for-1 in the bot lane. But I think Gragas is probably going to get the MVP just for the camera angles in this match. Is that a little bit biased?
This mid lane tower has been slowly pushed out all game long.
And it's going to go down there.
Finally will get taken out, and yeah, great that the bot lane got a solo kill, and Oriana finally manages to take down this mid tower. Obviously Lux paying for that with that roam up to the mid lane, hasn't been able to transition that into anything else across the map, but getting nice and strong on this Lux. Going to see if her binding and her final sparks can actually put some real damage down, on meaningful damage down in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think that tower is going to go down as well. It looks like Rise is going to put... Mimit is going to come in, and he is going to try and keep on to the Rumble. The Equalizer coming down, but I don't think he's going to get away from that. And Gragas is trying to pop his ultimate just to try and defend it, but he's walking away. So that is a 1-for-1. It looks like Nautilus does take the bot tower, and Kalista does manage to take down the Nautilus as well. So that was a 3-for-1 and a trade for a tower as well. And I believe that's their first tower going over to the JFK.
Yeah, JFK taking 1 tower, potentially 2 towers now for final 5 as Kalista picks up a double kill down, but has 6 kills on that Kalista now. Kalista's really, really fed. You really wanted the Rise to get that kill in the top lane rather than that Amumu get him snowballing. He has kind of been slightly shot down, stretching a little bit too far trying to gang that Rise onto the tower. Traded back that tower now by the Kalista in the bot lane. Kalista's getting slightly out of hand in this bot lane as Oriana's trying to roam down bot to exploit this strong fed AD carry. Not really looking like it's going to be a fight anytime soon.
Lux is on her way though, I have just spotted her.
Vision. Down in the way, Amumu's trying to look for a flank now. See if he gets spotted by this Gragas or not.
Yeah, I think he did. He's going to body slam over by the look of it. And there we go. Amumu, it looks like he is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Alistair just going to put some damage down on him. He's already down to half HP, and I think that is him going to go down. He has popped his ultimate away, but nothing coming out of that. Lucian going down to half HP. It looks like Lucian is just going to get dropped. A TP coming down from the Rumble just to kill steal that kill. And that is a 3-for-0 at the moment, and the Equalizer coming down. Great ulti from Gragas as well, just to make it a 4-for-0. And it looks like they're going to push this bot tower with ease. Oh, they want more body slam going in from Gragas, and Lux just trying to do her best to get away. Ultis, and she's going to get dropped down by the Rumble as well. So that's looking for an ace, a 5-for-0 over to the final 5 at the moment.
Yeah, Amumu trying to look for that flank, but didn't realise that it was envisioned, just got caught out beforehand. The Curse of the Mummy didn't actually do anything to the fight, and Lux, who got that double kill, wasn't really able to transition that damage into the fight. Rather unfortunate, and Gragas has just been on point with these ultimates, really making that movement and knocking the back into the enemy team. Really great play from him, and just pushing it out. Gets another tower, another dragon, pushing ever forward and doing really good. This Gragas now 1-6, 7-0-4 on this Callista, and Oriana, who didn't die in this mid lane, picks up a nice double kill down bottom as well. Really nice ultimate shockwave on that Lucian, just deleting him from the map. Great play, and looking for the final 5 to really push into the map. At 16-4, this is looking like a little bit of a stump wheel at this point. A little bit unfortunate. There's only so much scaling that Ryze can do into this late game, and I don't think he's going to get a chance to get there, as every single other lane seems to have done a really good job. Gragas obviously helping in this top lane with the Rumble, so all lanes from Final 5 seem to be winning and pushing towers and objectives quite readily now. They really want to be looking to get some vision in the top side of the map and start trying to pressure these two mid towers, as Oriana is, but there's not a lot of pressure from the rest of the map, and she needs to back away from this mid lane. She does not want to be caught out there and potentially give anything back to JFK, who will very happily get anything that they can get at this point. A bit more vision needs to just be brought, as Oriana is actually getting engaged upon. I will let Will take over.
Yeah, it's just literally just happened just as you said it, but she is just getting away. She has popped her ultimate, and it only managed to cut Nautilus, but Nautilus is going to get tucked down, and Lux managing to get her ultimate off. I mean, we're trying to take down as much as he can. Lucian trying his best to put some damage down, but that Gragas and that Alistar is quite tanky, but it looks like Gragas is going to take down the Mumu. Lucian using his ultimate to go down, the Equalizer coming down from Rumble as well, and it looks like this could be another ace coming over to the final 5 at the moment, especially with Callista pushing that bot lane.
Yeah,
was that an ace? No, Ryze is missing, so that was a 4-0 over to the final 5 at the moment. They look like they've just pushed the bot tower, and there's a surrender vote coming out. And it's going to be an interesting to pick your 3 MVPs for this game. But Angus, I'm going to start with you, mate.
Well, I mean, mainly we got this perspective from the Gragas here. Really short game, 21 minutes, 20 kills to 4 though. Really strong display from the Oriana and the Callista as well. I think the Oriana did really well to just stay in contention, farmed up fairly well. I was kind of singing Zero Ability's power praises at the start. Really nice roam to get that double kill up on that overextension on the kill on the Ryze there. Zero ability power did a good job farming up as well, but couldn't quite match that damage that the rest of the team was bringing. This Callista just did really well in this bot lane, so obviously supported by this Alistar. 1 death on the Alistar and 15 assists. That is a really good kill participation.
It's a very strong bot lane.
And everyone forever. Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably I give it over to the Alistar, mainly because of his kill participation. I think obviously the Callista did very well. 204 farm, 704, great scoreline for her. Yeah, but Alistar with the 25% lacking in the kill participation just did a really good job, I guess, and made that bodyguard and just enabled that lane to do really well. And a bit unfortunate that we didn't get to see that late game scaling Ryze, just a bit too much in advance of that. And yeah, I mean, also the Gragas did really good job. Every single ultimate I saw him put down wasn't used for the damage factor, it was used for the displacement factor, and displacement in the right way, bringing the one member back into their team, doing a really good job, just making that focus so much easier for the rest of the team. Oriana doing a great job. Final 5 just showing that they are one of those dominant teams in this division, and really looking forward to win the tournament.
Oh, interesting. So your top 3 was Callista, Alistar, and
the Gragas.
And the Gragas. Yeah. So your MVP went over to the Alistar though.
Yeah. I'll give it to the Alistar.
That was it was a very good play by the Alistar.
To say exactly why.
I wasn't sure if the MVP was going to go over to the Gragas. He did actually do some very good early ganks and some really good ultimates as well.
Can you message Harv and just ask him to go to the grid and just look at damage done to champs?
I can do, yes, just bear with me 2 seconds. I don't know if he's already off it, just bear with me 2 seconds. Just bear with me. Bum. Alright. Oh, I just spelled that wrong. Alright. I just said gribs instead of grids. I thought loud. Okay.
I mean, when you get a scoreline like 20-4, it really shows the testament of the team and the ability to keep playing safe and keep just projecting themselves in a positive way as the stream has now gone offline. So
yeah, he has. That was unfortunate.
That's fine. That's alright.
But so we both agree that I think Alistair will take the MVP for that for 0, 1 and 5.
You don't have a contrary thing to that, will you?
Do I have a what, sorry?
Well, I mean, do you think that Alistair deserves it?
I was actually going to go, I actually thought the Callista, but I think Callista and Alistair and Gragas was going to be it. But I was going to go for the Gragas as the MVP just because of the jungle ganks and the early pressure he did. But I'm happy to give it to the Alistair. Because again, yeah, a 0, 1 and 15 is a very high score, especially when he had, I think it was 20 kills, and he got over 75% kill precision. So yeah, I would give it to the Alistair as well. So very well played to the Alistair there for the MVP. I believe that's his second. So I think he got the first one on fresh. So just to go to prove that the supports do get the MVPs from time to time, and in this case twice in a row. But anyway, that's yeah, there's been an interesting cast. Unfortunately, with Spectate down, we've had to try something new. But thank you, Angus, for joining us.
Yeah, great guys. Catch you soon.
Yeah, and hopefully the next one will be a little bit better with Spectate back onto it. So that's a piece from me. Good night.